Hello, welcome to this video. Very suddenly, over the last few days, I decided to come off Facebook. Not a big deal, really. But I did it very quickly. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't announce it on Facebook. So I've been getting quite a few messages off people saying, "Are you okay? What's happened? Have you been hacked? I thought you'd blocked me." And all that type of thing has been happening. So I thought I should make an announcement here anyway, which I am doing. So I am no longer on Facebook. If you click the links on this YouTube, it will take you to my Andy Edwards YouTube Facebook like page, which is still there. But I won't be putting anything on it, but at least you might be able to get some information about me if that's the sort of thing you want to do. I don't think it's actually a very good idea for a musician or creative person to be on Facebook. I don't think it's very good at all. And I'm going to go into that on this video, and you can decide whether you think I'm right or not. I don't think it's so bad that you need to come off Facebook, but I will also give you my reasons for coming off Facebook as well, because I think that's an extra reason. So what actually prompted this is that on Facebook, I'm friends with around about 3,500 people. I've seen it as a way of marketing this YouTube, so I've added everybody who's wanted to be added. So the people on there are not my friends, they're just loads and loads of different people. And that opens you up to a certain way of being approached by the general public. Now, I have had to block a lot of people because some of them will... Well, I had one death threat come through on Facebook at one point. So that person got blocked. Also, I've had lots of complaints, and also just a lot of people saying, and they're perfectly nice people saying, you need to check this album out and go and listen to this. And I wish I could, but it's just, there's so much of it, and that's really difficult to do. I just accepted that as part of the, deal of what I'm doing. I'm on Facebook, it's there to market it. People can like the page and it will help it, and then if I wanted to market myself, I suppose I can put something up on Facebook and it will tell everybody, supposedly. But the thing is, it doesn't, does it? Anyway, so I'm on there, and I've got a lot of musician friends there, and quite a well-known musician, actually, in the progressive rock world, messaged me and said, "You okay, Andy?" And I went, "Yeah, what's up?" And he said, "Can I just have your number?" And I went, yeah, of course you can. Why? And he says, I'm trying to log back into Facebook. He said, on this computer, but I need a phone. I haven't got my phone here. So can I just use your phone to get a code? And I went, yeah, sure you can, mate. Here's my phone number. And then about 10 minutes later, the code came through. Have you got a code? Yeah. And I sent the code. And he said, yeah, brilliant, I'm in now. And as he said, I'm in now, I thought, what have you just done? You idiot. So I clicked on the profile, and the profile was not the kosher profile of that person. Someone was trying to hack in to my Facebook. Now, with all these different nasty messages I've been getting off people and all the sort of death threats, and then having someone trying to hack into me through Facebook, I then did all the correct things. And to be fair to Facebook, very quickly, that person was blocked. It seems that, they changed the password, they changed this, and they went through a whole bunch of security stuff, which I was quite impressed by. They asked me to take a photograph of my driving license, and then they locked it down and changed it. But at that point, I thought, I really don't want this. So I shut the thing down. Okay, shut it all down. And the reason why I shut it all down and didn't fight to get it back was because I have found, from a utilitarian point of view, absolutely no advantage as a creative person or as a musician or a YouTuber. In any way have I found this of any use at all beyond in a few select circumstances, being able to contact certain musicians for interviews and then go through Messenger. Now, a few years back, I would have thought that Messenger, that part of Facebook, was absolutely vital. But I'm finding now that people are using WhatsApp a lot more, and they prefer to use WhatsApp. So if I make a contact with someone, I'm trying to nail them to go on to WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp is the way to go in terms of keeping in contact. Now, let's deal with the obvious ones. In terms of marketing yourself on Facebook, Facebook is working against you all the time. It's studying you, it's seeing what you do, and then it's trying to force you into a position where you feel that you need to pay them to advertise. And then if you do pay to advertise, you are going to be paying through the nose to advertise through them. You will be paying for just a handful of people seeing it, and it will not be the relevant people. It will not be the right people. I have become aware on Facebook that the barest mention of anything, of mention of Bandcamp, of YouTube, any sort of photograph that is like musical, any link, any sort of even pushing gigs that are being advertised through the Facebook events page, everything is being killed. It's being pushed back. And I don't know whether this is a bad thing to have. We all know as artists this thing where, you put a photograph of your dinner up and, everybody likes it and you get loads of comments and then you think, oh, great. And then you put a link to whatever you've done creatively and then it doesn't get shared. Now, as well as Facebook wanting you pay for advertising, right, there's another aspect to this that you must be aware of, is that Facebook is not the place to be pushing your creativity. Nobody is interested. Facebook is for normal middle-aged people to moan about whatever is going on in their life, to tell you about weddings, to tell you about all sorts of stuff. And when you try and push your stuff on Facebook, and you have the feeling of this, that people aren't there looking for that stuff. Facebook is filling up their feed with adverts, right? And they are scrolling through all these adverts, just trying to get a little bit of juice on something that they know, some friend or family, just to see what's going on. And then you start doing the same thing. So I think, as well as the fact that it puts you in a situation where you've got to advertise, I think it devalues you as a brand anyway. And the only way you can engage with people is then to put up normal stuff. And if you're a creative person, that normal stuff that you put up is not part of your creative output. Now, there could be sort of conceptual artists that use Facebook very cleverly. But I don't think most of us are in that business, are they? Most of us just want to use it to say this is what we're doing. So you will have to start to put normal stuff up. Now, the trouble with normal stuff, of course, is now there's a fight for Facebook to get it out there. It's in the business of trying to pull people in based upon what you've put up, this normally family stuff. And we know all the sorts of things that are then going to work on Facebook. And of course, what works is where you get comments. So I find there's two things that work very well on Facebook. If I was to take a photograph of myself, just a straight photo of myself and put it up, especially if I change my profile pic, it will get hundreds and hundreds of likes and lots of comments. If I put an opinion up about something, then that opinion over a longer time does even more. People start weighing in. One person will say a comment, and then you might discuss it with them, argue with them, then there might be some sort of controversy. So people come to the post and then they're there for a long time as they're scrolling through the comments to see what's been said. They're watching the fight that's going on. And I think me, quite callously, I was tending to put up content onto Facebook, which I 100% believed in. It was my opinion. And a lot of the issues that I feel are relevant that I talk about on this channel. But there's a difference, and we'll get to that in a minute. But on Facebook, nobody's interested in this. I am trying to force not only my creativity, my products onto people, I'm now trying to force my opinion. And it's very easy for people to turn around and then say, oh, look at what Andy's doing. All he's doing is this, and this to try and get likes, to try and get views. Because the people who know you, that's what they're seeing, okay? So I think there's a huge difference between Google and Facebook. I think their raison d'etre, or sort of the zeitgeist that's around them, is different, okay? both of them can be quite censorious. Both of them have sort of this inbuilt moral virtue thing where they will stop you from doing certain things if they feel that they think it's bad. And I'm a big free speech advocate, so I'm not too sure about that. So on YouTube, I became aware very quickly that YouTube sits there going, come on, mate, do a video that people watch. And then when you do a people that people watch, they go, that's brilliant, do some more. And this is what you got to do to monetize. If you start doing this, and they start bombarding you with what you've got to do. If you do what they do, they ask you to do, if they tell you, oh, you put more videos out this month, so you got more views, something really obvious like that, and you start doing it, you get more views, and eventually you monetize. And once you're monetized, remember, the money that you're making, they're making as well. So YouTube want you to create product, and they want to put it out there, and anybody clicking on YouTube has not gone there to see what next door neighbour's holiday was like, or what pants you wear, when you photograph something on the internet and you get caught in the mirror and all that stupid stuff that is what makes Facebook work, right? People go on YouTube to see something. People come to me on YouTube because they want to see my videos. They go, oh, Andy's got a video out, great. And then I toddle that video over to Facebook and goes, I've got a video out, and over on Facebook, they all love it. They love it over on YouTube. They all love it. You must all love it. And then they go, no, we don't love it because I'm not on here to know what you're about. And I don't care what you're about. And all my mates who are on there go, oh, look at Andy, he's pushing his YouTube again. And of course, musicians, they're all very competitive. They can't stand it when anyone does well. When someone says, here I am playing the Enormo Dome in front of 25,000 people, and you go, oh, I like that, but a big heart on it. That's brilliant. You're living the life, mate. Absolutely great. And then you go, oh, bloody hell. Has he got that gig and I haven't? And all that happens. And recently, I have had on Facebook just one thing after another where the bad things that have happened have been directly caused by Facebook, by people reading posts, making assumptions about you based upon those posts. I can be hot-headed, right? I'm hot-headed, and so I will put something up. I'll get annoyed about something, and I want to express myself, and I think, well, YouTube's not the place to do that, so I'll do it on Facebook. But when I'm speaking on here, I'm going to try a lot harder to be reasonable in what I've said. Now, I go into some incredibly contentious areas on this YouTube. I know that I do, but if you watch a YouTube video and I've spoken for an hour, I've probably said about 100,000 words. But Facebook, you can't do that. The whole thing doesn't work. So we come down with Facebook to the very best thing about it, which is the networking aspect. So we've all done this. You go to a gig and you start chatting to some musician for 5 minutes, and they go, oh, you on Facebook? Yeah, and you get it out and you find them and you friend them, right? And then you go about your business. I have literally got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people like this now. And in a few cases, that's worked very well indeed, where I've been able to create, new contacts and meet some great friends. But the thing is, as much as that is the case, I think this idea that we need to be connected every day to a whole bunch of people that we don't really know, putting ourselves out there, is not a good thing. It's not a good thing for you as a musician or creative person to be doing that. I really believe that when you work as a creative person, as you start to expand and create your network grows out in like circles. And the very first circle, they're very, very close to you. You're working alongside them. You're talking to them. You're showing them love. They're showing you back. And these contacts, if you were to get 20 people around you in a WhatsApp group with the emails and started working it really well, I think you would get more out of that than just flooding with all this different stuff, right? So I'm not too sure about the network thing. Usually when you get a contact, it's always best to try and get their phone number, their email, and try and move them away from Facebook. If you find, as I have found now, is that as soon as I shut it down, I thought, oh, I'll go and send so-and-so a message. Oh, I can't now because I've got Messenger, haven't I? Got to do them on Messenger. blah, blah, blah. Now I've got to do this on Messenger. Now, the fact is with Facebook, it's hard to delete. It won't let you delete. It tries to, like some horrible drug dealer, sit there going, come on, come back. Do you want to redo your password? Or you need to get on Messenger, didn't you? You're getting messages on Messenger. Why don't you come back? And I didn't realise this, so I thought, I'll keep the Messenger app, but I'll get rid of Facebook. And then I went to answer someone and says, can you redo your password? So I redid my password, and then I got an email come through saying, welcome back to Facebook. The whole thing seems an utter waste of time. My Instagram was linked to Facebook. So when I decided to shut the thing down, it says, do you want to separate the two, which I did. And that's great. I don't have so much of a problem with Instagram. I don't feel that Instagram, in terms of a creative person, is that toxic. I feel that the followers that I have on Instagram are more like fans. And I'm not really interested in following anybody I know, so I don't know if that's something I've learned to do. Because the fact is, people who are on your side, your friends and family and associates, you should never, ever be marketing to them, ever. If you form a band and then you go and do a gig and you tell all your friends and they all turn up and watch you do this gig and you all think it's a wonderful thing, that is unreality. And in the end, those sort of social networks is what Facebook has monetized, okay? So, Facebook's pretty useless for us creative musicians, okay? Pretty useless. God, this is really dark in here, isn't it? I look like Marlon Brando, don't I? You know, when they filmed him in Apocalypse Now. You know, all coming in and out of focus like this, you know. And so I don't know where you probably thought, why is he giving it this sort of dark vibe? What's going on? What world has Andy gone into? He's got rid of his Facebook. He's going rogue, he is. He's going to go and live out in the forest, isn't he? And live on wild animals. He's not going to have anything except his YouTube, just a mobile phone and an internet connection. And he'll just sit and chat about jazz rock fusion while skinning some squirrel that he's caught. Anyway, I digress. Obviously, I did then. I digress. Did you hear the digression? Shall I try and get back on track? So where's the last thing you want to say about Facebook? Yes. So you could just say, well, I won't go on it very much, or I'll just use it for personal use. That would be a good idea. Close it down, open a new one, and just use it for personal use for your family or whatever. Don't do any creativity on it. Or you could sort of, like people do, you could have a break from what you're doing. Oh, great. But the thing is, as soon as I came off it, I noticed that I would sit down to do some work and I would go every single time, right, I need to edit this video, just check Facebook. No, you can't check Facebook, it's not there. And then because I didn't check Facebook, my mood would lift. And I tell you why. Because when you've collected all these people you don't know, right? And you may be a mild-mannered person. You may not be like me, because I am a very angry man, right? I'm a very angry man. And when I come on here and I say all my rants and jokes, everyone goes, oh, I found it Andy funny. Underneath it, there is actual bile and hate, right? That's why it works so well. And so I'll put on Facebook, and people who I know who are my friends will be talking shite. And I think, wow, how dare they say this and ram their opinion up my nose. And one of the things that really annoys me is people virtue signaling. I don't like it. I don't like people trying to slyly get one over on me by pretending they're a good person without saying I'm a good person. If they just came on and went, I'm a really good, virtuous person, I am. And because this is the thing, that's what Facebook is. It's everyone presenting their best face to everybody else. That's what they're doing, and that's what it's all about, right? It's about living in a Western liberal democracy and flaunting your wealth at people, which is what those people do, right? If you're working class, that'll be flaunting one set of things that you think are of value to everybody else. And if you're in another class, because I tell you something, here in the UK, that class divide is still so huge, and they still hate each other. The working classes still hate the middle classes. The middle classes still look down on the working classes. And when I see the very subtle virtue signaling that's going on for people to maneuver themselves, I get annoyed. Now, I'm telling you now, it's that annoys me. I don't want to be in the business of being annoyed. I want to be in the business of making fun, happy YouTube videos about music and creativity and being uncontentious and getting on people's nerves. But at least they come to my YouTube. And if they don't like it, they can go somewhere else. Because the one thing I'm aware of as a creative person, if you want to be liked, you have to be able to be not liked. If you want to have a product that people want to buy into, that product's got to be hateable. All right? Being bland in the middle of the road doesn't work except for a few overarching artists, which if you actually look at them, are hated still by a huge section of society, whether it's Ed Sheeran or Adele or Coldplay or whoever it is. You know, you have to be hateable. And you have to build your audience. Nobody is trying to get everybody in the world to like them. They're trying to get like-minded people to like them. And I think with Facebook tends to bring together not like-minded people, but people who are socially connected either by their job or what they do or their family and friend connections. And those people are on your side. They do not give a toss about what you're doing creatively. You should not tell them. And one more thing on this video of ranting, which is now coming up to 20 minutes. I don't want a short one. If you do plan to do something creative, everybody, creative people, what you do is you don't tell anybody about it at all. You don't go and say, I've had a brilliant idea. I'm thinking of doing this. Then you go to all your mates. I'm thinking of doing this. You never do that because once you do that, it is done. I'm sure there was some sort of ghostly presence behind me then. Did you see that then? There was like a white shape appeared and gave me the willies. I don't want to get the willies, ghosts. I'm up here on my own. I'm trying to rant here. Can you leave me alone, wraiths and spirits? Oh, it's a creepy one, this is. It's a creepy one. I think I'm done. I think I am. If you like this video and it was some help to you, it's like an optional extra. I had the idea if I'm going to get these ideas now down and down so I'm not on Facebook anymore. I'll do it in the dark and look really menacing so everyone goes, oh, that's what's happened to Andy. We've done that. I did that with the squirrels, didn't I? Right, so if you like it, like it. If you want to see some more, subscribe. If you want to become a patron, which is the best place for a creative person, sod off Facebook, go over to Patreon, get yourself set up on there. And if you want some advice, I will come on and give you some advice. I'll go through it step by step if you want. That's what I'm here to do. I'm a natural teacher. I have to educate. I have to get in this dynamic where I'm the I'm the boss, I'm the master, and you're the students. That's how I like it. You don't get that on Facebook. All you get is people questioning your opinions. And I don't want people questioning my opinions. I want my opinions to just stand there like rocks and have nobody thrown any stones at them, if you can throw stones at rocks. I don't know. I'm really confusing myself, but there's a flow going, isn't there? There's a flow here. And that's got to be entertaining some sort of way. So go over to Patreon. You can become a free member or paid member. You can put some money in my PayPal tip jar. And especially if you think, I like the new dark look. That was very good. It's too dark, isn't it? I'll go and do another video now. I won't do it as dark. You'll spot this when you watch them all. And you should be watching them all. And if you want to watch them all, then go on to... I feel like there's somebody watching me now from behind. Creepy place. It's a creepy place when it's like this. All right in the daytime. When I came here, I thought I was going to do a video on Facebook, not do bloody Most Haunted, Derek Acora. You know, there's some ghosts in here. Poor old, the late great Derek Acora. I was a big fan of him. Very big fan of him. I'm Vet Fielding. Those that are not in the UK do not know what I'm talking about, and anybody who's under the age of about, 35 doesn't know what I'm talking about. But I'm just talking, aren't I? Probably because I know as soon as I stop, my voice will stop and I will be plunged into the silence of this terrifying room.